All right, so we have empirical formula. This is like the one that you'll get on the test, okay, NH3. All right, now, with that empirical formula, well, you're going to work from there. So we've already given you empirical formula. What was the mass? What did that?
33%.
Okay, so the molar mass, the M and N, was 33.77?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's the M and N. So quickly, your steps will be step 1, or this is actually step 5, and I'll explain that more later, is you're going to take and find the EFM. Does anybody know what that is? Empirical formula mass. Now, everything you did on homework last night on the quiz, you calculated the empirical formula, right? That's what we did. That's the first 4 steps. I told you this is probably some of the hardest chemistry you're going to have. And so we went through those steps, we found the empirical formula. So then the next step says, okay, just find the mass of the formula that you just calculated. The 6th step is to use the relationship between the M and M, the molar mass, which is the bigger mass because we have a bigger formula perhaps, divided by the EFM. So this one right here, most of the time is given what? The M and M most of the time is given in the problem. That's right. So you're looking for that. You're looking for that. It says find molecular formula. You want to stop and say, okay, self, find the M and M, the molar mass. All right, you got to calculate this one. And then step 7, okay, is to find the molecular formula. And this is, a lot of formula here, but it's really just take your smaller formula and multiply all the subscripts by the difference between the molar mass and the empirical formula mass. Okay? So if I'm going to be, if we have me and Cole, all right, and I'm twice as big as Cole, what can you say about my mass? 2 times. That's this. Okay? So then we multiply that factor 2 into both. If I am 3 times bigger than Jordan, then what can you say about my mass? I'll be 3 times bigger. So you can take my mass divided by Jordan's mass, and I get the number 3. You see, that's what this relationship is. So that's what we're doing. And like I said, there's like 3 or 4 at the end of the test tomorrow, in which you have to do this. I give you the empirical formula, I give you the molar mass, and say, do it. Now, I think I only give you one big problem where you have to go all the way through the molar mass, or molecular formula. I'm going to do that one next. But there's 2 or 3 like this one, okay? So you need to study this tonight. It'll be on that MODO. All right, so what we want to do is find the empirical formula mass. So our formula is, so we got 1 mole NH3. This is review, 10-1. This is 10-1. You will be tested on this. There'll be some questions on the test tomorrow in which you have to just find the mass of the compound. Okay, so let's review that right here. To find the mass of this compound, it would be 1 times the mass of N. Wow, that's bad, right? Plus 3 times the mass of H. So in other words, it's going to equal to 1 times 14 off the periodic table, plus 3 times 1 off the periodic table. It's going to equal to 17 grams. That is my EFM. So, review. Know how to do this. You've got to know how to do that for the concept map, right? You've got to know how to find the mass of the compound. Review. Get on the video tonight. If I want moles, starting with mass, what do I do? I want moles. Do I divide or multiply? What? Say it loud. Divide. Divide. Okay? Divide by the mass of the compounds. You've got to be able to do this. If I have moles and I want mass, what do I do? Multiply by the mass. Okay? All right? So anytime tomorrow on the test that you want moles, you always divide by the special number. What 3 special numbers do we have? Mass, we just said. What else? 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. If we want atoms, and what's the last one? 22.4. Good. And so the game is section 10.1, 10.2. If you're going to study tonight, if I want moles, I'm dividing by one of those numbers. Okay? If I want a quantity other than moles, I start at moles, I'm going to multiply. All right, so we got the empirical formula mass. Now step 6. Find the N. N equals to, what's my M and N here? You can talk, guys. 33.77. That's given in the problem. That's the big one. What is my empirical formula mass?
17.
that we calculated. So my n is what?
17.
Right, 17. Huh? No, it's not 17, it's 2.
Yeah,
2, yeah. Okay. All right, so 2. So now, easy stuff. Take the empirical formula, which is NH3, and multiply it by 2. So my new molecular formula would be what?
N2H6.
N2H6. Go ahead, Cole. Turn that off so